got the club on check. Hands to the sky, whole place going dumb. If you didn't come to shine, why you even come? Champagne on the Thames, pockets on swole. Haters in the back, can't touch my soul. Lights on me, yeah, I feel that buzz. They don't know who the problem is. That's us. Who run this? Say who run this? From the bar to the block to the back of the spot. Whole crowd yelling out, L-Dot. Champagne on the Thames, ice on the neck. L-Dot's got the club on check. Hands to the sky, whole place going dumb. If you didn't come to shine, why you even come? Champagne on the Thames, pockets on swole. Haters in the back, can't touch my soul. Lights on me, yeah, I feel that buzz. They don't know who the problem is. That's us. Yeah. Turn that up, turn that up. Hey, hey, hey. Walk in, line bent, ropes get lifted. Bouncing out once, whole move shifted. 10 deep, fresh fade, teeth go tinted. Whole room lean when my name get mentioned. Shorty said, you that dude from the fly. Told her I'm that dude, make them raise that fire. Hands up, bottles up, session look royal. Came from the soil, now the fit all foil. Fake ones talk, real ones just toast. Tables all booked from the coast to the coast. You came for a pick, I came for the win.
I'm
Every
just
night
getting
feel
everything
like I just
finished,
walked
set up.
in.
We're gonna get this thing popping. Give me 2 more seconds, and I will give me about 2 minutes, and everything will be ready to go. So welcome. I appreciate you for coming in. We're gonna get it cracking in a minute. Get everything set up. We're trying to send out these notifications to make sure everything's live.
Yeah, I feel that buzz. They don't know who the problem is.
There you go.
Couple stacks folded in the old jean pocket. Still move smooth when the whole spot watching. DJ see me drop my cut like gossip. Floor get crowded, they rushing no option. Shorty with the bob in the black corset. Whisper in my ear, say your man upset. Told a girl chill, I don't chase, I collect. But she already dancing with her hands on my chest. Toast with the crew, another night, same story. City on my back, same brick, no glory. I ain't here to blend, I'm here to offend. Every rule they rolled, I just bend in. Champagne on the Thames, ice on the neck. L-Dot's got the club on check. Hands to the sky, whole place going dumb. If you didn't come to shine, why you even come? Champagne on the Thames, pockets on swole. Haters in the back, can't touch my soul. Lights on me, yeah, I feel that buzz. They don't know who the problem is.
We'll do this.
Who run this?
Boom, no worry about that.
Say
Everything
who
else
run
is
this?
good.
From the bar to the block to the
Everything
back
else
of the
is
spot.
live.
Whole
Let me
crowd
make sure
yelling out
everything's up.
L-Dot. Champagne on the Thames, ice on the neck. L-Dot's got the club on check. Hands to the sky.
Boom, boom. Bring it down right there. All right, my peoples. Hold on, one more thing. Come on, thing. One more thing, and I'll be ready to go, my people. I promise you. Give me 2 seconds. Get everything set up. It's so many moving pieces. That's why I'm always so late. I'm always so late for that very reason. So, all right, so we're good right there. Everything's in there. That's in there. Everything's up. Everything's good. People, welcome. I think everything's live. Boom, boom, boom. I think everything's live. People, welcome back to a brand new episode of the Scott Free Morning Show. Let me make sure my microphone is hot. It is hot. Make sure, come on, one more thing. There we go, one more thing. Boom, right there. People, welcome back to a brand new episode. This is your man L-Dot again. This is 6,000 moving pieces, so we finally got everything set up. Hopefully everything is a go. Make sure everybody hears me well. Hold on one second. Boom, so I can hear myself. But just wanted to make sure my microphone was hot. It is. All right, my people, welcome, welcome, welcome. Hit the like button as you come in. Hit the share button. People, on all platforms, we are we're streaming on like 7 different places today. So you can see my beautiful face wherever you go. If you're on Instagram, Facebook, we're in multiple places, YouTube. We are all over the place today. And while we're doing, and honestly, if everything's working well, great. If it's not, we'll work out the bugs later. Honestly, this is it's a lot of moving pieces when you by yourself. Anyway, no one cares about the technicalities. You came in for the title. Title of today's episode is basically what I'm trying to say in this title, because I don't even remember what the damn title is. Hold on, let me see if I can see it. Let me pull it up. I can pull it up right here. You know what the title is. Hold on. Title is Behind the Illusion, Unmasking the Hidden Truths of Our World. I know that sounds broad, but that's only because so much is being uncovered, and I got a feeling my timeline today we're gonna go through is gonna have a lot of hidden truths. And then probably a stupid title. Now that I think about it, probably a dumb title. Hold on. It's probably a dumb title, but it is what it is. My main, and then for TikTok, I basically said, so money for January 6th and no money for FBA. So we're gonna talk about all of that because let's just be honest. Everybody's moving their own pieces around. Everybody's aggregating their funds, thing there. And I just want to create a space, create an area right now where we as Black folks are doing the same thing. Matter of fact, let me get my timeline, go ahead and pull it on up so I can see where we is. Let me get it and pull up that YouTube. Let me get it up here so you guys can see it. Give me a second. TikTok, as always, you don't get to see nothing because they won't let me put it on the screen. But I think I may have a workaround. I won't do it today, but maybe tomorrow. I may have a workaround for YouTube, for TikTok, so we can finally get some stuff on the screen for you guys. I know you get tired just looking at my beautiful face. All right, so first things up, what did I have in here first? I always say I like to start at the beginning of the timeline and just go. Give people time to come in, hit the like button, hit the share button as you come in, like always. That's how I like it. Please do it. And again, always follow the channel so you know you get notified when I send it. I send notifications out every day. And as I send those notifications out, I just want to make sure all my people get it. Matter of fact, I got a few more to send out. Give me 2 seconds. Give me two seconds. Did I send all of my notifications out there? Don't let me. Hold on. Boop, boop. Nope, there they go. I can do it right now. Right there. Sending my notifications out. There you go. Right there. Boom. So what I want to do is I want to go and dive right in. First things first up is not even a video. So YouTube, you can see it. TikTok, you can't. Facebook, you should be able to. Instagram, you won't either. If y'all want to see everything in its totality, I advise everybody go up to the YouTube channel and watch 300 Radio and the number 1. Just put that into the search box. 300, the number, radio and the number 1. It'll pull it right up. You'll see my big, beautiful face again. Same space, different way. And we have more on the screen. First things up, someone said, is the world losing color? And at first I was like, oh, this is just somebody posting pictures. But then I thought about it. And like I said, I wish you guys could see it on TikTok. But they are systematically removing, it feels like, color from everything. The first picture up right now is showing 2 cities, and one side is a few back in the day, colorful buildings, ottoman, what's those things that they be hanging off the building? Those are colorful. Cars have color. Did y'all realize something? They don't put color on cars no more. You only really, what you see, a lot of times you either getting what? Gray, white, and black. They don't really, you don't see, it's hard, maybe burgundy. But no candy apple reds. You don't really, you may get a blue here and there, but it ain't often. Oh, and they like to do them ugly colors that ain't got no color to it. It's like beige or just blah. That's why I always call them car color. You know the ones, you go rent a car and they give you a blah color car. You're like, what color car was it? If somebody, a lot of times, rent a car, somebody steal my rental car, they be like, what color is that? I don't know. I've been with other people, I'll say it's tan, they'll say it's purple. I don't know, because all these colors are ugly. So, but in this picture thing that you can't see anywhere else but on YouTube, it's just showing you in places they did have color. Like right here is a picture of somebody's desk. And remember when they had those big bubble monitors, but they came in blue and purple and they had different colors, especially I think Apple did that. Well, now everything's silver, black, white. That's all you get. And it's like they just even clothes. I agree with it. Clothes now is just like, I'm guilty of. I like white and black, so I'm a plain guy. But women, sometimes you'll see a woman, like I'll say this to women. Women, sometimes find your color. I know they say that for men, like somebody told me yellow, but But I would say women, find your color. The reason why I say find your color is because I've seen a woman, like sometimes some women, earth tones fit them. Sometimes the pinks and things fit them. But I will then finish to say, like, I don't want to get into skin tone, but I will just say, look, some people shouldn't wear certain colors. Like for light skin and dark skin, there's certain colors y'all should stay away from. But sometimes colors, especially in makeup, but sometimes in colors, it can take one woman from a 5 to an 8 or 8 to a 10. I'm telling you, find your color. But anyways, I digress. I don't know why we was in talking about colors earlier. I'm just giving people time to come in. Hit the like button as you come in. It's what, hump day? Yeah, we're in the middle of the week. We almost through it. Hey guys, here's one I know everybody's gonna be interested in. You know me, if I get to talking on here, I get to talking a lot of times about conspiracy theory, things like this. Well, here's the conspiracy theories that I talk about, these underground tunnels. It ain't a conspiracy. It's real. Listen. Hold on.
All the above ground data centers are there to power all the underground cities and bunkers.
Now, hold on before she gets going, because I know not everybody can see this. What people do not realize is this. It is a world underneath our feet. They are moving fun. Hey, Trump's even talking about he's putting a bunker like something like that right underneath the White House. It's already there. They ain't talking about nothing because it's been there for hundreds, if not thousands of years. These people didn't build these tunnels, but they're utilizing them now. I just keep saying to my people is this. Why ain't nobody paying attention? Because if they moving stuff underground, that means they plan on going down there eventually. But why? Does it make sense? Well, it does make sense. Pay attention to this. Think about when they said recently, you saw this recently, that certain countries are putting into laws and into their books about aliens and things like this. And you have the Americas, they added a new branch to government, to military, the intergalactic, branch. So they're telling you something's coming. They're literally telling, but I get it. We've been conditioned. See, we've been conditioned as humans, especially Americans. If the news isn't pumping it to us 100,000% of the time, we don't think for ourselves. I can prove it. You know how now a movie will come out, have all black cast, things like that. You don't go see it. But as soon as it get buzz and everybody's telling you to go see it, you gonna go see it. Like, I'm not saying you wouldn't have gone seen Sundays on your own, but you went to go see it because everybody in love with Ryan Coogler and everybody in love with Michael B. Jordan. But if Michael D. Jordan was playing that role and Ryan Adidas made the film and it was on Tubi, same show, same concept, same everything, just as well as produced, a lot of us wouldn't have seen it. We are being conditioned to like what we like and to not like what we don't like. And we thinking it's just in our own heads. We think we coming up with it, but it's proven all the time. Because like right now, they're not talking about aliens and things like this. It's gonna come a day that's gonna happen. And I'm gonna tell you, for me, I think I know when it's coming. Look at it like this. They have used religion as the #1 tool to control for years. Black folks don't go to church no more like that. Now, don't get me wrong, people do go, but it's not mass numbers no more. And even the people who do go, they spiritual. And I heard the funniest joke, side note, the other day, because Gary Owens, I watched stand up with him, and he asked this woman, was she spiritual? He asked her, was she religious? She said she was spiritual. He said, oh, that just means you want to, I'm sorry to cut. That means you down there to do some things, but you also still love Jesus. So I know what that means. No, I'm just joking. But anyway, I thought that was funny. Like I said, that was hilarious to me. But I'm telling you, I think now that religion has became a thing where a lot of people just don't get into anymore, that's when they're gonna drop us on. See, right now, like for example, my content I put out every day, mine is basically say use your common sense. Now, don't listen to me, don't fall in love, don't, none of that. I'm not trying to lead you nowhere. Use your common sense. Common sense says things to me like this. Common sense says, in America, black folks always lose at every front. Every statistical thing that you can put out there, black folks are at the bottom every decade, every year, every month, and that is by a system. That is not because black folks are inferior. You know, that ain't no, you can't make me believe. No, I know black people are not inferior to anyone. You do not create as much as we create. We do not monetize, we create. We do not create as much as we create and not be amazing people. That doesn't come. Look, you watch Corky on TV. Did Corky produce anything? No. But they keep trying to project on to us that we the Corkys of the world. But for some reason, we just producing all this mass, amazing, beautiful stuff. No, it don't work like that. Anyway, let me know.
That's a thought. That's a big thought, because we know they've got things underground where they can live.
And she does make a good point. Because I've been talking about data centers a lot. And again, hit the like button, hit the share button, for real, put it out there so we can go get started. This is nothing to tap your screen. It just really is. But these data centers, man, just to go 5 years ago. 5 years ago, there's no such thing. We're not really talking about this. And now it is in my pipeline, my timeline so much, the data centers are going up by the hundreds. everywhere. They're going to be even more. To me, it sounds like they are powering something with that. And I asked this like a week or so ago when I was talking about data centers on the whole episode. Go watch it on the playback on YouTube. I was talking about these places are sucking water out of these places until they're dry. You can't sustain using all the fresh water up unless you don't care that you have done it, because you may have another place to go that has another source of water. It should not even tapped into up to here anymore. See, people, I think people don't realize, people keep waiting for the plantation, like the voting thing. Get it? Everybody's voting yesterday, right? Everybody's fearful. Black folks fearful. They're going back to a plantation. It ain't gonna be like what you think it is. It's gonna be they're gonna take all your liberties from you. But see, the problem is both sides are in on it. Okay, the Democrats are playing their role to make sure we go to where we're supposed to go, to make sure we become subjugated to these people 100% of the time. They're playing their part. The Republicans are playing theirs. See, remember, how many movies have you watched? See, don't be politically naive. How many movies have you watched? How many television shows? How many old files that they released after the Freedom of Information Act that they have to put it out, that they basically say, yeah, we did a lot of BS. Did a lot of lying, did a lot of cheating, did a lot of other stuff. Make sure we had to get what we had to get done. We made sure we made it happen. So you don't think today they still doing that to make sure they control you? No. See what it is? People want to use the information from the people who are doing it to you, the liars, as the justification for why it's happening. Like, I ain't nothing for me here. People like a Jason Whitlock. Oh, I found this other Negro the other day, just came across my timeline. He just denigrating black folks. They can't do nothing right. But what they do is they take surface level information without no context and just say they just bad. And that's how I know either you're a flaming idiot or someone sent you. Because the world don't work that way. You ever notice when it comes to them, they make sure the world don't work that way. When they do something, we're gonna use some context. When they do something, we're gonna have some forgiveness. When they do something, you're gonna understand it and actually move on from it. Only with us, it said, nope, lock them up. I always say that. I don't know why people don't realize that. Anyway, let me move on from this bunker. Let's move on. Anyway, people, like I said, hit the like button, share button, come on in here. Come on in here. We're gonna get into the main topic here. I'm gonna just let things kind of roll in. Hold on one second. That tells me right now. Hold on. Yes. So hold on, right? Say yeah. So y'all gonna let it happen. All right. Come on, thing. Get up there. Sorry. Next thing up.
The Department of Education has now come out with a list of degrees that they are saying will no longer be considered professional. And this list will take effect July of 2026. Some of the degrees that they said are no longer professional include a physical therapist, an occupational therapist, advanced nurse practitioner, nurse practitioners, a physician assistant, teachers, a speech language pathologist.
Whoa. Okay, two things. Let's just state the obvious for me first. So they're not going to be considered professional degrees anymore. That's first of all. We'll get to the crazy, but let me start at simple and work my way up. So if you're not going to be making degrees anymore, these are not professional degrees anymore, then why are you still offering them? You should not be not to the sister saying it, but I'm talking about to the people doing it. It should not be these degrees are no longer considered professional degrees or non-professional degrees. It should be we no longer view these as being important, so we no longer make them available. No, but institutions do it all the time. I've seen community colleges do it. I've seen 4-year institutions. I've seen PWIs. I've seen HBCUs. Offer that ain't gonna do nothing for you career-wise. Look, I'm ready to say something right now that's gonna probably make me lose a lot of my black friends, my online friends, because I'm ready to say something that a lot of us have fell victim to, and a lot of us are still falling victim to. You remember back in the 90s, 80s, 90s, I told you black folks were getting in their car, driving across country, trying to be the next big Will Smith. Everybody was trying to do it because they made it feel like all it is just you got to be good, work hard, you'll get there. Well, you know that's BS. And I think I say that because of this, is bad, but we all funneled down that path. So how many millions probably of black people tried to get into that business and never did? And now, you know, they probably bitter and old and feel like they wasted their time because they believe in the illusion. I think they do that with institutions. they have funneled black people into degrees that, and these degrees that I see a lot of black people getting are things that you can come off the street and get the same job at the same pay. What do I mean? Criminal justice degree. And this is not to knock the degree. Anybody going to better themselves, I always support. Just say, when you know better, you do better. Okay? This is all it is. Know better, do better. If criminal justice, if you go to get it, I know a lot of people say, oh, you can do a lot more with it. But let's just be honest with black folks. Black folks don't get treated well. A lot of times when you do a criminal justice degree, you're going to end up somewhere in the correctional facility, which people are already ended up in the correctional facility with high school diplomas. So a lot of times that's why you notice that when it comes down to how much money you make, people with those degrees a lot of times find it, really, let's just be honest about degrees, period. I'm not knocking institutions. I just want to say this. Why is it that it's two things that I'm noticing about colleges in my old age. One, why is it that everyone that is deemed to be super, uber, duper successful are not college graduates? Or if they did, they didn't finish. Or if they did, they didn't do it in the field that they actually got their degree in. That's one. It don't make sense to me, because we all going. But for some reason, the people who are making success are doing it outside of their degrees. And then I know why, because there's a catch-22. How many people come in, especially with some type of tech degree, and you'll get your degree, you'll come out and see, now let me tell this to my white tea people, y'all don't know nothing about this. This is for the quote-unquote DEI highs. That's BS. But anyways, black folks get hit with this when you come out with your degree. Yeah, I'm looking for someone who's a little more experienced. I need that. Need someone with experience. Then on the flip side, I'm gonna tell you how to get the people who gain the experience, but like in an apprenticeship or in a secondary helper role, but they really are knowledgeable. They'll say to the person coming in on the other side, did you have a degree in this field? If you only had a degree, you're so amazing at it, but you don't have a degree, so I can't even consider you. These are excuses. They could have hired you. Look, how many times you've been on a job, not only because the person wasn't qualified, because most of these people just ain't qualified. They just talk, some of them talk nice, but let's just be honest, they don't have, look, a great manager, great supervisor, great, especially I'm talking middle management a lot, and even going up to the higher level. I'll say it to this. What makes great people in these positions is one thing only. Well, it's multiple things. One thing is, like, you gotta be able to manage people's personalities. Most managers don't. They a-holes that don't nobody like, so that's already an unusable skill. See, it's supposed to be a finesse tool. You're supposed to be able to have your respect of the people underneath you, underneath. I don't know why that don't sound right. Underneath you, that's what it is. The people underneath you have to respect you, but also not in a fearful way if you can help it. You want the respect without the fear. That way they'll move without feeling like this is a toxic environment. You'll get more maximized out of your labor force. But see, white tea people do it the exact opposite. They still have a slave mentality. They have produced fear and they'll always show up. But the problem they don't realize is that they are showing up, but you're not getting maximized on the actual effort that's being put out. People are only showing up because they have to. But when a person, especially a Negro, especially a black woman, oh God, black woman love her job, she gonna go to war for her job. I've seen it too many times. Will fight you, but that's what people don't understand. I think you get more sugar with honey than you do sugar honey iced tea. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, moving on. Let's. These are some of the topics that I said that we would. I think about. These are some of the things that's crazy that they happen in the world. It fits right in the line what we're talking about. Let's keep going.
The Canadian government is now running ads trying to convince people to take their own lives. This is not a joke.
I hadn't even seen this one yet. What? Hold on.
What I'm about to show you is an actual ad from the Canadian government.
Sacred. When I imagine my final days, I see bubbles. I see the ocean. I see music. Even now, as I seek help to end my life, there is still so much beauty. You just have to be brave enough to see it.
I don't know if you guys can hear it.
So not only is the Canadian government offering people the supplies needed and the medical assistance that they need to take their own lives, they are now trying to convince people to come and take.
Okay, so again, let's Let's regroup and come back and let's talk about it. So we have bunkers being made, potential alien attacks. You got water running out. You got degrees. Teachers are not considered professional anymore. I don't know how the educators of the next generation are not considered professional, but this is the crazy world we live in. And now we have another country trying to help off their people. Remember when they told us before this was wrong? Remember when Dr. Kevorkian, wasn't his name, back in the 80s, 90s, that they was mad at him because he was helping people off them, you know what I'm saying, impugn themselves. Oh, he's supposed, man, you got countries promoting it. See, I keep telling people, none of this stuff is real. Laws change based upon what social constructs look like. Today, I can help you do this. Today, it is okay to go down to one of them little clinics, Planned Parenthood, and do your business, and no one looks at you crazy. In the 70s, they would have shunned you. In the 60s, they would have just stoned you. See how much perception keeps changing over and over and over again. What I want black people to do, though, this is my issue. We need to take control of our socialness, the things that we do, the things that we find important, the things that's going to move us forward. Because we're caught up in these people crazy stuff. They're telling you to off yourself. And you're gonna run out of water. Mind you, none of your politicians, because I'm gonna get into Keisha Lamb's bottom next. None of your politicians are talking about all these data centers. I'm in the Atlanta area. I'm LDOT. Appreciate anybody who never been here before. I appreciate you. Thank you for coming. If you're not familiar with it, definitely hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, follow me, and then you'll be able to catch up on what I'd like to talk about. But I wanted to say this about politics. So politicians are not talking about AI. Politicians are not bringing it up. Politicians are not talking about it. In Atlanta, where I'm at right now, they have over 90 of these facilities, data facilities. And I'm sitting there thinking to myself, why do we need all of this? Again, so all the politicians are cool with it? How do you get everybody cool to the point nobody brings it up? That's my issue. Because they're not even bringing it up. They're like, literally, we're just moving on to talk about other stuff. Oh, Iran and this, that, and the third, that, whatever. But for some reason, we're not bringing up the fact of, at one time, you're telling us, oh, we're running out of water. You are stopping water. And look, your country is telling you right now, we're ready to go into water restrictions. At the same time, they telling you we allowing them to take millions and millions and billions of gallons of water for these data centers. That's not necessary. It is for AI. Then stop the AI. It's not needed. You don't have to have it. Remember, they keep acting like this stuff they can't control. They control you. They tell you what to think. They tell you when you can start doing stuff. They told gay people when y'all could be gay. They told trans people when you could be trans. They told black folks when you could be, but they can't tell these data centers, no, we're not going there right now. No, we have a water shortage. We're gonna have to slow down on all the data centers. No, they ain't talking about it. They still talking about the redistricting or the redistricting. You know, these districts, they rechanging. I don't even know if there's a word. Anyway, let me put it in chat. I'm ready to get hostile. Hold on one second, people. Come on, mouse. Stop acting like that. How tight is the mouse I got? Hold on. Oh, hey, people, what's going on? Come on, man. Give me hit the like button and you come on in. Let me talk to the family. I see y'all in here. Let me get in here. Again, we're streaming on like 7 different places today, so we're trying to get it all in. I got one more thing, anything in here. So let me see what we got in here. You said, I don't know what. What do I not know? Absolutely not. What are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about. You gotta tell me. You gotta give me more context than just randomly blouting out shit. Yeah, I don't know what that means. Yeah, but anyway, shit alive. Come on in. Where my people at? I know I got the people. Hey, yo, Miss Wright, where you at, Sugar? I knew you were in here. I knew you was in here. What's going on, peoples? All right. So anyway, back to what I was talking about. But yeah, so this is crazy. So you got Canada doing that, and then mind you, they don't even give you a justification. They just do it. All right, hold on. Let's go here. What's next?
You will not believe what is happening in the Netherlands right now.
This is an emergency SOS call from the Netherlands. All hope is lost. Please save us. I'm calling on the international community to do something about the extreme disease that is in charge of the Netherlands. Just tonight, our parliament discussed a new law that will allow 2 men to donate DNA material to create a joint embryo.
Okay, hold on. Okay.
Out of 2 men, meaning a child born of 2 men. And will also allow a single person to mate with themselves to produce a self-fertilized egg. And then create...
Can I stop it right there? Can I just... People, my family, let me look in the camera. Matter of fact, let me pull up. My people, family. I know when you watch the Met Gala and you see them at award shows and you see them at Whole Foods, they look normal. That is a facade. None of that is real. None of this is real. These people, what is wrong with just having a male and a female make a baby? Why do we need to do it with ourselves and with other people who look like us and feel like us and do things like us? I don't understand this. Why? With all the stuff that you say is going on in the world that we can't stop. There's a water crisis, there's a food crisis, there's a drought crisis, there's a crisis. We're losing the Amazon even though they're creating everything. But we have all these crises happening at one time and y'all, a whole country taking time out to make babies with yourself. You know you should never go anywhere where black folks at and this is happening. You do know that, right? Only time black folks start acting like this is when they around them folks like this. This is crazy as cat shit. Let them keep going. This is crazy.
Create a child with only 1 biological parent. This comes after the Netherlands legalized gay marriage, after we had the first gay prime minister, after we invented the Dutch protocol, which is an unscientific, unproven way of castrating a man and then giving him a fake vagina with tissue from out of his ass.
Let me stop. He's going too far. Anyway, you get the point. I mean, like I said, again, I always tell people when it comes to your lifestyle, you like it, I love it, that's your business. Mine is when things like this are happening. When in school systems, I was just showed this video yesterday, where a teacher can, matter of fact, here we go. Facing math substitute. No. Let me show you something. I'm gonna show you something else. So I'm gonna tell you how contradictory these people are. How they gonna mess you up. They gonna have you coming and going in both ways. Hold on, I'm gonna see it. They're gonna find it. They're gonna find it. Hold on. And I find it right now. But I showed a video yesterday about they're basically in California at a certain age, you can go to school and they can transition you and anything. Your parents can't do nothing. This lady was basically talking about the school system basically said if she did not acknowledge the fact that her child wanted to go to the other side, then they were going to arrest her and take the child from her. And nothing she can do. Police showed up the house and everything. And I was going to show you something, but at the same time, the school system is doing something else. Oh, same time the school. Now, mind you, you have no say so over the child that you birthed. So, ladies, it came out your body. Something you took the heartburn. You eating pickles and peanut butter together. You the one that has to sit up at night with them. Men, you the one that got to protect those children. You got to go through all that to have some people from the outside step up and tell you, yeah, but if I want them to be able to do it, if they say they may like it, then I'm going to let them do it. Ain't nothing you going to do. At the same time, the same school system is telling folks this, or the same judicial system is telling us this. Now, if a kid go do something ignorant in this and out there in the world that they get in trouble for, that's a crime, we're gonna arrest the parents too. So we have to shelter all the burdens of our children, raise them, try to do everything, but with underneath your confines. You see how everything is about them controlling you. And the only excuse every time is like this one is gonna be, yeah, but you hurting their feelings. Nigga, welcome to the world. How many people in here have their feelings hurt on a day-to-day goddamn basis? You have to roll with it. This world doesn't bend for you. So this whole notion that we're gonna sit here and no, these are excuses to do things you want to do. This is not right. I don't think you should be able to stop anybody from doing anything that they want to do. I have no issues with it. My issue is when you bring it to these children. Oh, he may feel this way about them. Children don't supposed to be thinking about body parts at all in kindergarten. Period. At all. I don't think so. Just for me, no. The most I wanted to do when I was in kindergarten was about the best it was when I hit a little girl and ran. That's what I did. I hit her and ran. That's how we did it. Didn't know nothing about nothing else. Didn't need to know nothing about nothing. But these people consistently want us to be involved with this all the time. This is crazy. Anyway, let me keep going. I'm gonna skip the. Hey, if anybody want to get on here later, I'll make it on here later. I got some old world stuff I want to talk about, but I ain't gonna bring it up now. That's off topic. That's off topic right now.
The owners of the world. Who's that?
This is Roseanne Barr. Now I know people know who Roseanne Barr is. They asked her the question, "Who runs the world?" So just hear what she says.
You want me to say who the owners of the world are? This is where everyone starts asking me. I love this, that you would ask me that. I might have to have a cigarette. It makes me nervous to say who they are.
You better be.
First of all, I've been saying it for 30 years, and people, when I tell them, their eyes just go dead because they cannot handle the truth.
Come on,
remember that Jack Nicholson movie? You can't handle the truth.
Yeah, we know.
You don't want it. But it's so obvious that I just will say it. The owners of the world are the royals, kings, queens, dukes, duchesses, imams, popes, wizards that own every single dime on earth and bank at the Bank of International Settlements.
Something I want you to say that I never talk about, but we need to touch on it because we always, now mind you, I'm not absolving them folks of anything. We know who is dominating this world. We don't need to play no games because they show it and tell us every day. They always putting themselves in position to say, we did everything. You know the folks I'm talking. But we don't talk enough about the people that are basically helping hold up that system that look like us. We're not. Because basically when she's hollering imams, things like that, you have people from every country that's playing along. Y'all do realize Iran is playing along right now. And I'm not talking about the people, just like you ain't playing along. I'm talking about the people in control in Iran are playing a role. Same way where ours is playing a role. The role is always going to be this. We're going to play this role. We're going to do all this other stuff. But at the end of the day, all the people at the top just get to go home. I had this clip the other day, and I'll play it in a minute. Somebody was asking why Black Americans and Africans are beefing so much, and then they gave statistics of what both of them had to go through with these folks. And I say all the time, yeah, I agree. The problem with like with Africa, they don't realize it's not the people. It is your government, but it's always the government. You need your government to start loving themselves again, but you can't because all the West does is put people in position. Same way they do to us all the time. The reason why I don't pay attention to half the people they stick in front of us talking about I love black people, because every time you look up, you notice there ain't shit. They never asking for nothing for you. It's always talking to your pain. See, this is my issue, and I always name people, but I'm trying not to name pocket. This is your Tamika Mars, your Roland Martins, this is your Mathans. These are all the people who sit in front of you every day, and every time something bad happens to us, they talking to our pain. Same way when they want to talk about going to voting, they want to talk about criminal justice reform. Less than 1% of black people are committing crimes. So why are we trying to give why the shit that we get has to be attached to something that only 1% of the people are going to be affected by? No, what I want my people to understand is they don't never talk about getting you nothing. Always about what your pain is. Oh, let's be clear, okay? Your pain is, okay? Black folks has been redlined, okay? What the fuck you gonna do about it, though? That's the question. See, every time I hear one of these people get on here and be so mad about us and black folks was committing all the crime, ask them, well, so what do you think the issue, what do you think the solution is? They're gonna say that, because that's not the point. The point is just to talk about it, to deflect about it. That's all they're here to do. Deflecting the fact of they know they go home at night and know that they are always the problem. Remember, every time they have a Freedom of Information Act and they drop the information, they say the same thing every time. Yes, we sent letters to them. Yes, we conspired to make them two beef. Yes, we did all this other stuff. And then yet and still, it'll be today, we'll do the same dumb shit all over again. We'll keep letting the same people run the same game all over again. You'll hear about Bayard Rustin was a CIA agent, and then he got a movie that I'm watching, and I'm sitting there looking at this thing like, so y'all just gonna leave out all the stuff that he did that he didn't tell anybody about? Because you want to talk about his sexuality and make him a leader when it goes. It's always a game with us. Symbolism and games. Michelle, look, somebody put up the other day, did I say that? I wish I could say that, but it was Barack Obama. This man, like for him, I saw a clip the other day, and I may find it. If it's in here, I'll play it. But Barack Obama sitting on Michelle Obama's couch, and he's talking about, yeah, black fathers are important. Don't get me wrong, they're very important. But sometimes you need a gay guy to can help you understand your father. And so I think what? First and foremost, if he is gay, that's fine. Why do you need one? I don't think we struggling in the department. It's just, to me, the same people, but he's the one I'm supposed to be looking to. He's the one that told me at the last campaign trail, when black folks said, man, we need that reparations, man, we need you to speak to it. Kamala's there, y'all saying she's a Negro. Y'all need to go and do it. Come on, Obama. And he stand up, I'm a little disappointed in black men that they don't want to go out here and vote because she's a black woman. Ain't nobody saying that. You do not hear in mass number. Scour the internet. I want you to do something. Stop just taking that BS that they say on the news, on blogs, or anything else. Scour the internet and try to find all these black men. I bet you if you go to scour one whole day and try to find enough clips of black men talking about they won't go vote for her because she was a black woman and they don't vote for black bitches. Show me how many you did versus how many said, no, we need tangible, we need reparations, we need some protection, we need this, we need something, and they ain't talking to us. I guarantee you're gonna find way more of those. They don't talk like that. That's a projection. That is to basically say, when I hear Obama say, all I'm gonna talk to is the handful of Negroes that say, I'm not gonna vote for a woman. So you basically telling black men said, yes, I'm not gonna vote for her. She gonna better my life. She gonna make me have more money. She gonna do all this other stuff, but I'm not gonna vote for her because she got a pussy. You see how they keep telling you, yo, man, that he's stupid. I can't respect him because he's sitting here talking. He called me stupid just then. He called me dumb. He called you dumb. He know that ain't what's happening. And when people start talking like that, I can't mess with you no more. Because you full of it now. Either you full of it or you out of touch with black folks. Black folks are suffering economically right now. You know it and I know it. So when y'all sit down and have, like Michelle, Obama, she's sitting down doing a piece the other day, absolving motherfuckers on the right. Excuse me, I'm sorry, TikTok. I love TikTok shop. I love it. Hit the like button. Share the live, people. Share the live. Let's try to get some extra people in. Hit the like button. She's doing a thing. What is she doing? Michelle Obama. She's doing a piece. She's basically absolving them January 6th. You know, some of them, you know, they don't understand. And it's show. You don't get to dominate the world and not understand what you're doing. That's game, man. And see, I'm so tired of all the people running game on me, and they look nice. Like Michelle, Barack, they always look put together. When I see Tamika always, now her head getting small. I don't know why her head getting so big, but she talks nice. She looks like she missed. I get it all. And I'm gonna honestly say something that's crazy, and I can't believe I'm saying this. What's her name? Not Angela Rye. What's her name? What is the girl name? God darn it. What is this girl name? I got it right here. Hold on one second. God darn it. Hold on one second. I was just looking at her earlier. What's her name? What is her name? You know what I'm talking about. What is this chick name? Right here. What is Amanda Seales. I could not think of her name. Save my damn life. Hold on. Amanda Seales. Amanda Seales back crazy. All over the place. One thing, I think she funny as hell though, because she like this. You'll think she riding with you, and then y'all be out in public, and y'all be like, yeah, fucking yeah. She be like, yeah, bro. And then you'll say something she don't like, and she'll like, I don't fuck with you no more. She is a true independent on her way she think. I just don't agree with most of what she said. But when she's even saying to herself, man, this is all these, you need to look stressed out like her. I'm looking stressed out. It stresses me out to see what black people are going through every day. It stresses me out when I deal with my customers and I got to see everything we're struggling with. You say you're dealing with a Democrat sheeple. Look, ask them this, and yo, if you dealing with them on the text, man, you go ask them this question right here. What are we gonna get now that we voted Democrat if they get in office? What are we gonna get now? Just ask them what you're gonna get. And when they come back, they're gonna tell you, we're gonna get them Republicans out of there. That's it. I think people don't understand it is the cycle. It is a 4 to 8 year cycle. That's why they do it. See, y'all don't realize something. This whole world is ran on a system. Same way as a system in your car, same way this system works. That's why every 4 years, I said every 4 years, it's so crazy. I remember 2020, this was like 2019. So I'm watching them in the campaign season and I'm thinking to myself, we just watched the circus of 2016. Watch this be a circus too. And I remember Biden, that's when Biden told them black folks, he was like, hey, y'all gonna have to give, remember Biden told them, this is for the folks that keep acting like, man, it's just the Republicans. Biden sat on the phone. They had a Zoom call with Democrats. I think they said, well, the Black Caucus and them people was in there. And they told them, hey, boys, y'all need to get yourselves in order because we're ready to drop a bunch of Mexicans on you guys and y'all gonna have to deal with it. Okay, you're gonna learn how to deal with them. He's telling you what's ready to happen. How do you know? Because they have a 50 to 100 year plan. Biden did his part. Now Trump is doing his part. Guess what, people? In 2028, all the voting that we're doing, they still have a plan that's going to go implement. They're going to implement in 2028. I know he's crazy. You just talking. You can't. I get it. I know it. I promise you, you gonna be voting again out of fear in 2028. If you're still around and they still have a system in 2030, because they're pushing us into these little cities and into these little blocks. They're always doing it to us. The world is changing underneath your feet and you are worried about some of the, like classic example, why did we wear the first year of Trump's presidency worrying about immigration when none of us are immigrants? So then it went from immigration, then it moved over to now, let's just steal some of them black seats over there. And guess what's gonna happen once that's done? They're gonna find something else to get you to run after. And at the same time, they're gonna be building more data centers that they ain't telling you about. They're gonna be sucking more water out of your stuff right there. They're gonna be telling you other stuff that's against the law now that used to wasn't against the law over and over and over again. And while you're chasing where they told you to chase. And I brought up Amanda Seals because she said it best. I cannot knock her for it. Somebody asked her why, if the vote was so important, and if the vote wasn't important, then why are they always trying to stop it? Because they need to give you something to do. It is somewhere to go. It's somewhere to put your energy. But I always say this. Y'all act like the Republicans have been in office for 1,000 bajillion years, uninterrupted, and all we have to do is get stupid people like me to go vote for the Democrats, and then all the oppression stops. No, they had all of it. Recently, you were still losing your homes. You were still losing your jobs. It was all happening. It just wasn't dramatized like you see it on the news. Trump is the drama. The big, beautiful bill is just as bad as the other bill that Biden put out. It's just, they're all bad. Y'all keep talking about this. Y'all don't realize something. Do y'all realize the what's my man name that just died? The one that we always glorify because he got his ass whooped. John Lewis. John Lewis, they had the bill for John Lewis. Do you realize Joe Biden, when he had control of it all, had that sitting on the table, that bill, if he had passed it, they couldn't have done what they're doing right now with these voting. What did Joe Biden do? Nothing. I do not understand why y'all don't understand the plan is going to be the plan. They just have to work around how to get there. It's like a basketball game. I like to run the 3-4. You like to run man to man. But we may have to switch it up depending on what the team we're facing is. Don't y'all understand? They pivot. That's all they doing with us. But the plan is the plan. We have to disrupt the plan. Disrupting it can't be just going and getting the sticker. You did that 4 years ago. You right back here doing it again. That's all I'm saying. Please, man, come on. Hit the like button. Seriously, hit the like button. Follow the channel. We got to start talking with common sense on things that we can actually do to get us out of this situation. Because I get it. Because I want y'all to get this. Somebody has to tell me. When Joe Biden had it all, he had it in his first term. Obama had it, I think in his second term was his first. Can't remember. Both of them had it. I want you to go back. Don't ask me. Don't believe me. Don't listen to me. Go look at any law, anything that was enacted, anybody who spoke the fuck up for you during that time. Where was all them 60-some odd people in the Black Caucus? Did any of them say, hey, we got our man, let's get it done now? Why are they not on their Twitter account saying, we have it now, I need for our people to move, this is the time? You never hear that urgency. You only hear out of those people, Trump bad. Get him out. I'm sorry that I'm talking like this, but I'm just saying, people will talk to us and then move on, and we're gonna be right back here again, or worse. I don't understand why we cannot get that. You can't do the same thing over and over again and get the same result, or get a different result. It's not gonna happen. Neither side cares. I agree. They do not. Tell me this, for the person that I know that I have frustrated that's in this room right now that wants to cuss me out, I want you to ask yourself this question. Go back in history and tell me who voted themselves out of their oppression. What country? What year? Please show me so we can follow that model, because you ain't gonna fucking find it. It don't work that way. Do you notice that them people that's in control just say, let's take on face value that they don't plan everything before they go do it and make a show out of it, because it's all theater. But they say it's real. Anytime somebody says something, do something, smells bad about the United States, what do they say? Force. And if they don't say force first, they say break them. But for some odd reason, we think voting is going to do it. No, it's called leverage. When Trump leans on the country, he says, nope, 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 your part, this, that, and the third. He's leaning on them because he know he got all the hand. He has the guns to do it. Africa. If you have 54 nations in your country right now, don't talk to me. Y'all need to go. I agree. When you have the population and you have the numbers, it is time to ride out. South Africa, if you 80% of the population, it is time to ride out. If y'all had a collective on that continent, ain't nothing they can do to stop you. It literally would happen tomorrow. Tomorrow, if the leader, if all 54 leaders says, let's just bet on ourselves for once. Let's just, I know they're gonna be mad, I know that, but let's just do that. Then it's gonna be, hey, big head, wait. That's what the West is going to be doing. But no, you don't have people who care enough about other black folks to do it. They just tell me that I'm wrong because I won't stand in the line and get the sticker again. You said we are sitting ducks if we don't do something. I agree, we have to do something, but I'm not saying don't move. That's the crazy part. It's like, class example with the vote. You ever notice right after the vote, you get your man, everybody get the stick and you get the cheering. We do the little smiling. They do the wave to the crowd because we're in the office now. When did the work start? Because that's where it stops at. I said this the other day. Barack Obama, they said, was on the street, an alderman in Chicago trying to get shit done. Then why is it as soon as he get out the White House, he don't do nothing no more? Because he never did anything. He didn't do anything in office. He didn't do anything before he got in office. He was handpicked. Everything you see is an illusion. Why did they take millions and millions and millions of dollars and fake a moon travel trip? Why did they do that? Why did you do it? Everybody's picked a hole through that thing. Everybody's laughing at it. All this stuff makes no sense. It's just, we're sitting here wasting money while people tell you we ain't got nothing. Trump is literally right now, he basically is telling you this. And I want for the folks that says, yeah, that's why we need him gone. I need for you to ask yourself this. Why is it that when Biden in office, when Obama's in office, when Clinton was in office, why is it when they was in there, then none of them say, well, y'all bully us when it's time to do it. For the next 4 years, we're gonna have to bully you for those black folks. Nobody says that. You get told we can't. They blocked it. Democrats, go block it. Yeah, smooth liar. That's what Obama is. Smooth liar. Allegedly. I don't know. Yeah, that's what it is. You said hospitals, schools, societal structure would be gone. If what happened? If what happened? What would it be gone if it happened? Obama. Yes, he did. So my question is like this. Who is the Democrat on Trump's ass? You just gave me someone for Obama. Who was on Trump's? See, I think people don't understand. This is a it's a pyramid scheme. I say it all the time. That's all it is. These people don't control anything. I keep saying this. I can't never say that small hat dude, president named Big Yachten. I can't. You know what I'm talking about. That my man right there, Trump. That man speak Trump. Yes. That's the only time that nigga quiet is when he talking to him. That let you know who over who. I got a post up here. I was gonna play a little while ago. I mean earlier. And it's the God honest truth. Where is it? I think it was on. Hold on. I think it's on TikTok. Hold on. I mean, not TikTok. On Facebook. Hold on. Yeah. Show the picture. I'll show it to the YouTube. So the Holocaust gets 90 billion from us. They've gotten out of us. Now they get almost 1.8 billion for some people who ran up. And mind you, I was sitting here. These people ran up on January 6th. I'm sitting here listening. Did this white dude, and I didn't say that, I should have. This white dude sitting on like CNN with what's the wild hair dude? What's his name? God darn it. I'm drawing blanks. I'm getting old. You know what I'm talking about. He ran for president recently, but you know what I'm talking about. It's not really important. But they're talking, and he's talking. Yes, out of those 1,600, there were some that did not actually break the law. Some of them peacefully protested. Some of them actually walked into the building. They didn't just break Cornell West. That's what it was, Cornell. I could not think that man name saved my life. So he did all of these things that they were showing. I'm sitting there thinking to myself, Nick, 1,600 people ran up in the building. You couldn't have got 6 nickels to do that, and they would have blasted them all. Pew pew. Excuse me, pew pew. And then they would have rounded up all of us and told us that we can't let this ever happen again. See, y'all gotta understand this. Look, we know we live in a biased world. Stop making excuses for it. That's all I want us to do. Stop making excuses for things that we know to be true. That's it. That's all I want. All I want us to do. I'm not saying we got all the answers. I get it. But what I want us to do is to just do that. We have to do something different. See, think about it like this. Remember, they taught you stuff, but I don't think we truly applying it. Think about it like this. So in slavery time, you come out, just take face value. It's not real, but just take them for face value. The story they tell us about how slavery and everything is real, right? I'm not saying slavery is not real. And that's not what I'm saying, but I'm saying it's deeper than that. Let's just say it was. And so black folks had to learn how to go from no literacy to literacy. They had to learn how to figure out the economy that they were going to do. They did all these different things in different eras. They had to figure it out. They keep selling you on Martin Luther King. He lost. I love Malcolm. I keep telling people I am from the school of Malcolm. And I don't judge everybody to Malcolm's level. Malcolm was a rider. To take that, Martin Luther King was right. The reason why these people are riders, y'all don't know the stress. I could only imagine the death threats to your family. You got to worry about your babies all the time, and you still do it. The majority of us ain't built like that. I don't even know. I'm telling you, no one knows what you're going to feel like when that pressure comes. So for him to stand on it, I ride with him even though he lost. I do not disrespect him, but I'm not going to fall to the same thing that he did. You listen to these people, do it exactly like he did it, do it the way he did it, wear the same suit, getting the same. No, if I do that, I'm going to lose too. Why are you acting stupid when it comes to this? Why are we not using our common sense at all? Look, that is why you're being poisoned. They don't want you to think. More than anything else, they do not want you to think. Thinking gets you out of it. That's why you have to go to work. You have to drive. You have to occupy all your time. It is because when you have your own time, you think. Ask, how do I know this? COVID. People went home and the world changed. People start hitting people with information that they didn't even, the whole world opened up. Their lives fell apart because they let niggas go home for a year. No, they are losing control of the lie. No one if you are still out here with these Democrats regurgitating the same thing after all we have seen with our own eyes, something is wrong with you at this point. It's habitual lie. Everything is a lie. Remember, I was just talking about this the other day. And I think I got a video for it. Let me see if this video talks to it. It's about chocolate. God damn it. always doing too much. I hate this mouse. I gotta change this. Hold on, it's giving me puzzles. All right, there you go. Hold on. So let me see if I can find this thing on this chocolate, because I want y'all to hear this, because this is crazy. Where's the damn chocolate at? Hold on. See if I can find it. Well, chocolate is not chocolate anymore, and they have trickery of ways of saying the names. Like, classic example, if you go to the grocery store, I just say because I can't find it right now. If you go to the grocery store and you want to get some ice cream, if it's frozen dairy or something, they'll say, but they can't call it ice cream. If you see milk chocolate, I mean, if you see chocolatey or something, I think it's chocolatey was another word that they said. If you hear chocolatey almond bar, that's not milk chocolate, or that's not actual cocoa, that's oil. So it's just, to me, these people, if they were being honest, if they loved you, if they wanted to protect you, if they were in Iran to protect their people, then they wouldn't be trying to hide all this shit in their words. Excuse me, I love TikTok Shop. I do. Everything's a trick. When you go to watch TV, all the drug commercials that you see, when you still look at the bottom, all the words of all the danger is at the bottom in the little small print. Why are you hiding it? Go to the grocery store. Don't just pick up a pack of hamburger meat and assume because it says organic that that's real beef. Because when it says traditional transformation meat, that means something different. Radical farming meat, that's something different. They're just putting cute words on it. None of this is real. I saw this. I did see this. Let's show you this. So let's see this. So hold on. Let me go back up because I did see this. Hold on. This one's talking about it. So 60%. Here we go. This mouse is giving me pure tea. Here, my battery must be dying. 60% of American diet is actually isn't real food. It's a industry chemical. 60% of what we are consuming. But I love you. You know, I'm just trying to protect you from Iran, and I'm protecting you from Venezuela, because these people are just, no. These people are doing stuff to you every which way. Why we don't understand that, why we won't accept that, why we won't just say from there, you know what it is? I know what it is. Look, let me say this. I get it. You have been going along and getting along with this. You set your whole life up. You probably went to college because you believe some BS that they taught you. You probably, like I said, joined and tried to be in the entertainment business because of BS they tried to teach you. You did everything that they say, and you've gotten older, and your whole life you looking in there and you say, if I believe what he's saying, that means it ain't, my time ain't coming. That means Jesus ain't really just working on me. That means I'm gonna fail at this. Yes, you can hold on to it. And if that's what you need to do to get up in the morning every day, I want you to do it, because I don't want you to do nothing to yourself. But I want you to know that inside of that, that's still all an illusion. All of it's an illusion. I just saw this case study the other day. I'm gonna tell you how easily it is that they manipulate us. I'm gonna give you this one. This one blew my mind. So, showed about a bunch of monkeys. You know how they always like to do it. So a bunch of monkeys, say 5 monkeys inside this cage, and there was a ladder, and on top of the ladder, there was a stack of bananas. Of course, the monkeys ready to go up there and get it. Every time the monkeys try to get up, they sprayed them bitches with ice cold water. They would drop back down. They just, after a while, they knew, don't go up there. Them things gonna get you. That thing gonna hit you every time. So they didn't eat the bananas up there. They just sat there. So what they did is they took one of the people that was in one of the monkeys that was in the room, and they removed him. And they put a new one in there. Of course, the new one said first thing he ready to go do was go get it. He ran up to try to go grab it. They all grabbed it. I'll get your ass back there. No, sir, we're not trying to get sprayed today because you want them bananas. They are off limits. So over time, they end up removing all the original monkeys that were in the room and replaced them with ones that had never been sprayed with the water. And you know what they all continue to do? None of them touched the banana. So what I need for black folks to understand is this. I understand that in this moment, that they are redistricting those areas, and you think it's going to be the end of the world for black folks. And if it is, that is the plan. The problem with it is they're making you be a part of it. You know what would be better in that plan when it comes down to that is that if no one can't speak to you and tell you what they're going to do for you, they can't get your vote, and he can't scare you. Because I'm gonna tell you like this, if one of them politicians stood in front of me and was like, you know, if you don't put me in here, Trump gonna do it. I'm gonna say like this. I'm just gonna look at him and say like this. What are you gonna do for me? because you do know this how it works. I can't just vote to put you there and you ain't even gonna tell me what you're gonna do. Nigga, you could do what he doing. How do I know? See, but no one wants to ever ask that question because the facade that they gave you out in the world, it's all a game. Y'all watch movies every day. There is a good guy and a bad guy in all of them. But you want to know something? At the premiere, they sit beside each other. You know, me and John really played well off of each other in this scene. You want to know why? Because it ain't real. Why do you have so many pictures with the Trumps and the Clintons? Because they were all cool. They still family. Why is it? I said this one day, pissed me off. I said black folks got political amnesia. I said George Bush, that was the original boogeyman. Kanye West, George Bush don't like black people. This man is starting wars and just bullying the country. Remember, y'all talking about Trump's a bully. This man bullied his way into the office. I'm taking it. I didn't get the vote, but I'm taking it. We disliked him with all of our being. Just wanted him gone. He gave Michelle Obama one piece of candy. That nigga cool with all of us now. What in the world? You see how you fell for it? He was the original Trump. So because one of them is currently doing it to you, so you feeling this moment, you lighten your ways of thinking about that? No, that is why they show you imagery, because they're trying to trigger you in certain ways. So you want to know why you get so many slave movies? It's because I need you to keep that imprint in your fucking brain of that's who you are subconsciously. At the same time, I'm not going to show black folks in any kind of positive light ever in life at all if I can help it. And if I do, I'm going to tell you that they are great when they are not. All because I don't want you to succeed, but I got to make it look a certain way. I say this all the time. NAACP Awards, y'all disappoint me. I can't say about the BET Awards. BET Awards, 0% black folks own any of that. Don't own none of it. I know what it says, nigga. That ain't black entertainment. So when y'all was ready to walk away like I was 2-3 years ago, because they stopped putting anything that we want to see on there, they did it on purpose. And when they realized we won't go watch it no more, they said, man, give them what they want. Watch this year ain't the same as it was last year when they actually tried to do something. But what I'm trying to tell you is with these, you need something black that's going to do something for you. These people ain't going to do it. And I was saying about the NAACP Awards because of this. If you saying that this is black, you saying this is it, then I got to ask the question, why does everything you do mirror what they say? What do I mean? Why is it every nominee is a person that is cool with them folks? And I don't hate on the Kiki Palmer. I don't hate on the Angela Bassett. I ain't hating on none of these people. What I'm saying is there are black people who are doing amazing things that don't nobody get plugged about. Y'all not looking for them because white people ain't signed off on them yet. It don't make no sense. And I think for us, what we keep doing is they keep telling us what to like. Y'all want to know why nothing's good no more? No entertainment good, the music ain't good, the sports ain't good, nothing good no more. It's because they control all of it. Def Jam is gone. There is no Def Jam anymore. It's Universal. When Universal got it, coke them all up. Let's give him Lil Yachty and let's give him, what's the little boy that the Haitian dude that just can't stay out of trouble? The one who just high all the time. They got that boy messed the po thing, messed that little boy all up. So I'm just saying to you, as we watch all the stuff that we're going through, at some point, we're going to have to understand, yes, they are doing it on purpose. These are not coincidences. Again, I try not to make it a me versus non-black American blacks, but I have to say this. Why is it that I have to find people through Instagram and Facebook and places like this that are producing good content, like Big John and them and places like that? These guys are producing really good content. I have to find them. But then I go on Netflix and you're forcing me to watch South Africa. I don't watch content from overseas. I don't. You can hate me or dislike. I don't want to. Why are you forcing it into my timeline? I don't watch none of this. They like you just go, oh, your algorithm, if you're watching something, they're gonna give you more of it. I've never watched an African program, but y'all constantly giving me their dramas, their sitcoms, everything. I ain't asked for none of this. So why am I getting all these British shows? I didn't ask for none of this. I asked for some black American content. Y'all said, yeah, but you know what? You're not that good anymore. Somebody got mad at me the other day because I could tell obviously not black American. Oh, geez, now we're making a big deal out of this. When you getting replaced, you would make a big deal too. We're all the same thing. No, nigga, that don't make economic sense to bypass North Carolina, Alabama, Georgia, looking for all these people who are right here, who want to do it, to go overseas to find people and then train them to be what we already doing. That don't make no sense. That's a game. That's on purpose. No, they just more skilled at it, they just better at it. Okay, where's your Will Smith? Where's your Martin Lawrence? Where's your Eddie Murphy? Where's your Richard Pryor? We don't like none of the dudes that really come out. Idris Elba, Damson Idris. The rest of them, they cool. He cool. But where is your superstar? Where is the person, if they put out a movie, it is book 'em, Danny, because it's going to be money. They don't have that. So that excuse that they're more, that don't make sense. Spike Lee made that asinine comment why he's putting all these other people in his movie and your movies don't sell no more. So it just, to me, it don't make no sense with all this stuff. If we're sitting here, we're championing it, and I'm not being rude. You have to tell me where I'm being wrong at when I say this. You said Tom Hanks. What does that mean? Yeah. So, but no, I think at every turn, every time you look up, something's happening, something's going on, somebody's doing something, and we are told, I say this all the time, we're just told an excuse. Excuse. Well, just excuse that away. Hey, I saw these videos where Tesla vehicles, they have that infrared stuff. I've seen multiple videos of people out by graveyards and you see bodies walking around in the infrared, but ain't nothing there. And for the first thing you think, you be like, hey, whoa, something's different here. Nobody else, nope, you didn't see that. Just move on. That's what they do to us. You ever know everything they don't want to talk about, they just don't. I give you a classic example. I said this about the other day. You know how I say everything's planned? Diddy was even planned. Because remember, Diddy went to jail on a Tuesday at 3, at 4 o'clock, 7 different documentaries that already dropped. Surviving Diddy. So he goes through all of that every day. We was on a cycle. Diddy. Everybody. I talked about, you talked about, everybody talked. I watched the doc, all of us did it. Harvey Weinstein right here is ready to quietly get out of jail. If he's in there, because I don't believe they'd go to jail. I'm going to need to see the interview from the inmates that were in there with these people. I need to hear what his bunkmate had to say about it. Did he pass gas a lot when there? Did he smell bad? What did he do? What did he talk about? You notice that with them rich folks, they say they go to jail. We don't get to see them I've seen R. Kelly serenading niggas. I saw Bill Cosby sharing Jello pudding pops with people. I saw all of this. You don't get to see none of them other stuff. That Epstein dude, they said, he just committed suicide. Where's the photos, images? Nah, didn't nobody take none of them, man. We just thought about it. Ain't no need to even do that. Because you do know there's a crime scene now. Or if it's not a crime scene, there's a suicide scene now. Excuse me. Pew. Can't use none of these words. Pew. I love TikTok shop. And the reason why you don't see none of that, because it ain't real. Same reason, I said this too again. Where are all the bombs dropped in Ukraine? Excuse me, I love TikTok shop. I gotta watch my words. You got to see videos of the conflicts happening in Palestine all the time. Ukraine, you just heard, oh man, they're just out there just bombing each other. Russia's just really dropping bombs. And you be like, where's the video? They don't show us nothing. They don't show you because they ain't doing it. They just, look. You know I'm right. You know I'm not lying. You know I'm telling the truth. You know these people crazy. You know these people are using you. You know these people are doing all of it. But if you don't continue to go down this path, all that's going to happen is, I get it. One day them folks gonna come to my door and I'm gonna say to myself, well, should I have been talking? Should I really been saying something? But you know what I say to myself now? I have not said anything that's not true. And I think with black folks, what we mess up at all the time is that they'll do this to us. They will literally stand in your face, lie on you, and then know they got leverage on you and they'll make you agree with the lie. Right, Tamika? You don't want to lose your job, right? You did that, didn't you, Tamika? Because if you deny that, we can't keep you anymore. So you do know that, right, Tamika? Right? You shaking me down. You get shook down at work all the time. I got shook down before. We all had to go through it. You know when you stop getting shook down? When you stand on it and everybody around you that look like you stand with you. I always use this as an example. I'm a North Carolina boy. I'm a Tar Heel. I don't like Dukies. If you know from the area I'm from, we didn't mess with Duke University. That's how I go. But two people that I admire the hell out of right now is Jason Williams, Jay Will, for what he did with Kyrie Irving. Kyrie Irving posted a link, didn't say nothing, didn't say agree or disagree. He just posted a link. They jumped out the window. All them niggas, like Stephen A. Reeves, this is why I don't like that nigga. This nigga up here, man, I'm so hurt because they be saying I don't love black folks and that's all I do. Nigga, you was leading the charge. Talking about take his money, take his livelihood. He needs to be out of the league because he posted a link. All of them, Shaq, all of them, yeah, this is dumb and shouldn't have been doing any of that, even though you got him in your theater. But this is everybody's jumping on him. And then Jay Will quietly came out and said, that man posted a link. That man has the God-given right in America to be able to post a link. He didn't even say yay or nay about when it came to it. Why are y'all mad with him, Stephen A? This doesn't make any sense. And he stood on it to the point they had to back off. We stood with Kyrie Irving. We said, nah. Someone did it publicly with a name. We did it privately when we did it. You see what happened? Kyrie kept his money, kept his job. There is power in the collective, but we have to use it for something that's actually tangibly going to work for us. That was small potatoes. We can still get it done. I always tell people this. What do you think in the civil rights movement made it successful, if any of it was successful? I'm not a fan of the movement, not the attempt. Let me get this straight. Well, I say it because black folks don't know me. The attempt of what they were doing, I admire. It just was a failed plan, just like anything else. You don't dog them for trying to do something that nobody else was doing. They were the first that did it. That's why they failed. But I admire them. I respect them. I give my honor and glory to them. But let me tell you, nonviolence don't work. Kwame Ture said it best. You cannot take a nonviolent stance with people who have no conscience. They don't care about your nonviolence. No, what worked was the Montgomery bus boycott. Things like that. You have to make it work. But I get it. You know what part they leave out for the everyday person who knows about the bus boycott? And we all heard, man, they all carpooled together and walked to work and did everything. You know what they left out? The most critical and important part of it. The most critical part of that movement was with this. It took over a year of doing it. We go stand in the street for a weekend. Take some photos, go to the voting box, get a sticker. But at the end of the day, these people had to basically inconvenience their entire existence for over a year. That is grandmamas, granddaddies, old folks. You know the South. Could you imagine an old person coming off of thinking they coming out of slavery, or they're the next generation coming out of slavery, and this is the people that are walking around not taking this transportation on purpose? That takes respect, that takes honor, that takes sacrifice. You ain't going nowhere without sacrifice. You sacrifice your Tuesday to go to the thing, that's not sacrifice. And I get it. I'm not dogging people for voting. I'm just saying, if you're going to do it, make them give you something for it. And again, I'm not opposed to voting. I'm opposed to voting for nothing. Well, if you can't get anything if you don't vote, you don't get anything when you do. You just did. You had all of it and you didn't get anything. Stop trying to put me in this gaslighting psyop where you keep wanting to say, that don't make no sense. I just want y'all to do it. Look, I do not have all the answers. I just know that's not an answer. That is basically having you feel like being a part of one thing that they have totally constructed. Remember, they construct it all the time. They have a electoral college and they do all this other bullshit that they do. Why? It's because it's the fix is in, the okie doke is in, the hijack is in. You do not have any reference points in history of voting. I saw a sister yesterday, she hit me on Facebook, asked me to join her voting group. I went into the group. First little meme she had up there was, your ancestors voted. They would be mad if you didn't vote. Man, if you don't sit yourself down, ma'am, I can tell you right now, because eventually we're going to be ancestors. And I'm telling you, when I'm an ancestor, I would tell my folks coming up, don't be stupid. I'm your ancestor, then don't be dumb. He said voting is about the future for the kids in this country. Okay. Tell me how voting is for the kids. That's just a statement. How is that going to affect my children? Because again, I'm going to state it again because you probably wasn't in here at the time, Shay, when this happened. You've had all of it. You had all levels of government in your favor. Can you tell me in those times when Obama and Biden had it, what did they specifically do that tangibly move black people in any direction at all? What did they speak to you about? What did they say that they do? What bill was introduced? What bill was passed in any of those times? They both had it. There are children now that were under Obama that are grown now. That was for the children. Those children are adults now voting for the same BS that their parents voted for. And you tell me what they got. See, this is not about me being selfish. I'm telling you, you can't do the same stupid shit every day and think you're gonna keep getting it. It's not selfish to tell people I need leverage. When I go to pawn something, you go to negotiate. Politics is quid pro quo, something for something. Eliminating pre-existing conditions. From the country that is poisoning you? You mean the company when Obama put half Monsanto's people inside his cabinet that are poisoning you? You want to know why you have to go to the hospital so much with your pre-existing condition? Because of that. The same people that he fixed it for, he made it all better. Mind you, they're poisoning you so you have to get it. Remember, there was no health care in 1900. Your people lived longer. I don't fall for that. No, you're not going to slap me up front and then behind my back doing other stuff. No, we're not doing none of that. No. Something else. Give me something else they got. Pre-existing condition. Got it. What else? And that wasn't for black folks. That was across the board. I don't like the rising tide lifts all boat. You said black folks are the most loyal base of the Democratic Party. Do something for them. The same way the orange man is doing something for his people right now. Specifically, not all the people who are Republican were out on January 6th, but he's specifically giving something to a group of people that's in there that looked out for him. Can you tell me what they did for black folks? You didn't tell me yet. You told me about people. I'll wait. Because I don't want to hear. Then people like to say, well, you know what Obama did? Because please don't go in there with I'm my brother's keeper. Because I'm going to rip you to shreds with that one too. Because that was not, first of all, that wasn't for black folks. And second of all, that I'll go ahead and say it before you do. To qualify for the 10 million, 10 billion, it wasn't even that much money at that. That's one thing about you talking about millions of black children or millions of black boys. And you giving them millions of dollars, so everybody getting $1. But anyway, over 10 years. But I'm my brother's keeper. Wasn't a real program, wasn't going to help anybody because to qualify, you had to have over 45 chapters in 45, you had to have over at least one chapter in over 45 states. And it was only like one or two groups that qualified with that, and that was the Boys and Girls Club and something else. So you gave the money to the same people who are already failing the children who are already there. All right, what else you put in here? Biden gave more funding to HBCUs than any other president. Okay, let's talk about HBCU. You talking about the HBCU that does not have any black studies, but HBCUs most of the time got something that has to do with other countries? You talking about the HBCUs that literally they say that if you get a 4.0 from HBCU, it's considered a 2.0 in the workforce? You talking about when HBCUs, they will have to go out and if they don't join a fraternity or something like that and have people that is at the PWIs that it don't affect them at all? You talking about the black folks that from 18 to 34 black males are 50% unemployed? You talking about those including HBCU students? Is that who you talking about? I don't care about it. Look, my whole thing is you talk about funding. I care about curriculum. One thing I'll say, Dr. Umar hit it on the head, even though he ain't gonna do none of this, but he hit it on the head. Same thing I say about banking. It's a problem. Don't tell me how many black banks you got if they're going to use the same criteria that the white banks used to discriminate against me. Don't tell me about HBCUs. I tell you this how bad it is. As much as I talk about black folks, love black folks, my people all the time. So for me, when my daughters both graduated high school early, I homeschooled them. This is how we do. I took them on college tours before we picked the institution that we picked. My knee baby, she literally went out and got accepted to 9 schools, one of them being an Ivy League school. This is how my children did. This is how I love my children. At that time, I went to go, and I don't want to name the school because I don't want to throw it under the bus, but I took her to a HBCU. Took her to multiples. You mean the dilapidated places Because you want to know why they're dilapidated? It's not because of the government funding, because government funding isn't what's given to PWIs. PWIs alumni gives money to them. You want to know why there's no money coming from the alumni? Because ain't nobody working. See, y'all keep falling for the, okay, look, you can't tell me about what's happening if you ain't telling me about what the solution is going to be. Great. You give $8 bajillion to all the HBCUs. You give the same amount of funding you give to Harvard, you're going to give it to Spelman. Great. Now, what happens when they hit the workforce? Your ass ain't going to get hired. I have a problem with both sides, ma'am. I don't fall for the okie doke. It's a banana in the tailpipe. The same time that Trump is doing this is the same thing when they were doing critical race theory. The same thing with DEI. DEI doesn't affect me. Affirmative action didn't help us. All these are terms and words. We don't play that over here. We don't talk about the things that's on paper. I don't want to hear about crime bills. I don't want to hear about civil rights acts, none of them. I want you to tell me what the fuck you enforced. Because they can put something on paper all day long. They ain't going to enforce it. You have to make them enforce it. And you can't do that blindly voting for one team every 2 to 4 years. They don't respect you, Shay. They're shaming me and they don't respect you. Any person who sits right in front of you and keep telling you to do it over and over and over and over and over again, but I won't say one thing I will actively do for you, is shaming me and making a fool out of you. So you keep saying, classic example. So great, I go out, I vote with you. Boom, Democrats in the office. Now what? Well, we've had it before. Tell me that. What? Now what? Because you acting like we ain't never been in there. They've been in there. See, I don't take this. You telling me about black studies. You telling me about HBCUs. You telling me about things that is not the collective. Now, how many black people go to HBCUs versus the 50 million black people in America? Because when people come from other nations that got over here, they didn't pick out a select group of them. They told all of them they could get something. They put them up in houses. They gave them something. They actively give them something. They don't look at the little hat people and say to them, well, how many of you people directly came from our school? No, they don't say none of that. They give it all of them. Don't talk to me about the 5% of us. I need you to talk about the rule, not the collect. I mean, not the statistical anomaly. I need the rule. No, see, this is your thing. Just say you vote Libertarian, you vote Republican, you vote wherever you go. It's fine. But if no one's speaking to you directly, all you're doing is voting. You're not getting anything directly. Classic example. This is what again, we cannot bypass this. We gotta keep going here. So when Biden was in office, he gave more money to HBCU. So he said, fuck the most of us here. He said, forget all the rest of y'all. Let's just give some money to them colleges that we control. Because you do know those HBCUs have members on their boards like the Koch brothers who basically tell you what you can and can't talk about, what you will and won't talk about. You notice they don't have military sciences in HBCUs. You know they don't have financial literacy classes as across the board in these HBCUs. They don't have things like this. They have Arabic. They don't have a Kiswahili. Since everybody say we're African, why don't have Kiswahili classes? We have Arabic. You have Mandarin. There's nothing telling black folks to empower themselves to do something for themselves. They are told to go do something else in these institutions. Majority of them were started by white people. Remember, they work both sides. Why do you keep thinking these are independent institutions? These are not. What else did you say? The Supreme Court runs the country. Any bypass by the Democrats will be overturned by. Okay, so again. So then what's the point of voting if only thing gonna happen, the Supreme Court gonna shut it down, anything the Democrats do? You telling me that you can't do nothing when you get in there, at the same time you telling me to go vote anyway. If it's not going to get anything done, oh, you're saying wait out, because remember, they're appointed. They're going to pum there. You do realize that was the bake. That was to make sure when people like me started talking, they said, oh, we have to stick something in there to at least at some point we can't remove people and make them do. These are all games. These people cross I's and dot T's. You said to get the majority on this. Okay, great. I'm going to tell you something here. My parents are in their 70s. Aunties that are still, my parents that are still around, aunties that are still around in their 70s, 60s. I got family 50s, 40s, 30s, 20s. Do you want to know how many of them people have to even go into anything when it comes to the Supreme Court? And you're going to say, well, they pass laws up there at that top when it comes to that. So basically what you're telling me is that it is only the Republicans who want us to not have something. But if I get a Democrat, we can. Because what I keep saying to you is this: where is the executive orders? Where's the, let them block it. This is what I don't, this is what I'm gonna tell you right now. You wanna know how you become the greatest Democratic president of all time for Negroes if you wanted to and still not get nothing done? But we will love you to the ends of the earth. I can tell you how. It's still a way to be done. Put me there. Great. I'm only gonna make 4 years. That's it, hopefully. But on my way out the door, I'm just right there. I'm just gonna sign an executive order right there and make sure the check get cut. And then they can come back later and try to reenact, change anything they want to, deal with it after the fact. I can definitively tell you now, I just relieved a whole bunch of Negroes' life for a week, a day, a week, a month, a year, or something. Because one thing they act like with us, they always treat us just like this. Like we got time to deal with your IRS problem. Like we got time to deal with your light bill problem. We don't have time for you to call. When I call to get something squared away, call back in a week. I need this today. Can't do anything about it. We don't move that fast. No, your leverage is the currency. Well, I'll take it back. Voting is the currency. But you have to hold the vote for the currency to be currency. You have to hold it till someone gives it to you. Shay, just look at it like this. You say vote, let's just take the two ways and I'll leave it at that. We'll just have to agree to disagree. We'll take your way. We'll just keep voting blindly. We just keep doing it because right now the orange man is here, so we're anybody but him. So we're gonna go out here and doing it. Even though these people are on the campaign trails, these people are speaking to you, they can tell you right now what they plan to do for you. Like, I'm gonna tell you Keisha Lance's bottom. I'm in Atlanta. I paid the fuck attention to what she was talking about. She don't tell you what she's gonna do. She's running on, I don't like Brian Kemp. We don't like him. No, this is a perfect time because of this. Remember, you're struggling to get people like me to vote. You need me to vote to get into office. So hear this. You can tell me how you want it to be, or we can tell you how it is. How it is this. I ain't voting till you tell me what you're gonna do for me. I'm sorry, Shay. I'm not voting till you tell me and show me what you're gonna do. I'm not gonna do it because we did it too many times. 2012, 28, 08, 04, I done all them years. No, I'm not doing it no more. So that's where we're at. You can tell me where you wanna be, I'm gonna tell you where we're at. So now, if you need me to get into office, you're gonna have to dictate, you're gonna have to change your approach, not me. So what that means is, if you've never had to tell me before you got in there what you're gonna do, you're gonna have to do it now. You know why they won't do it? You know why they won't even lie to you, Shay? You wanna know why they won't lie to you about what they're gonna do? See, they could easily, come on, look at it, say, yeah, when I get I'm gonna sign that shit, I'm gonna sign that bitch, I'm gonna do it. It's gonna be on. It's gonna get it, we getting it. You know why she didn't do it? Because if she did it, that's political suicide. Because then you know at that point, you made a promise you had no intentions to stand on. Black folks are never going to come back. That is why they never promise. Or benign neglect. I'll speak to your issues, but I'm never going to address them. If I address them, I have to do something. Otherwise, I lose you. And so what they do, they take the other approach. We'll scare the shit out of them. And then that way, they'll keep showing up to vote. Because you do know this. So tell me this, Shay, since you're in here. What did you say about me? You said, did you call me backward? Glad you back. Okay, so just say that. I'm sorry. I'm just saying, when you're talking about like this, well, again, I haven't got anything. You're asking me to get and put someone into power that has not said they're gonna do anything for me. You just said, I don't like him. What if I don't like what the fuck are you gonna do? See, this is what it makes sense, shit. It don't make no sense to keep just going down this path when you can just open your mouth. Hey, I'm gonna do this, I wanna do this, I wanna do that. Guess what else happens when you get in office? When you get in there, say, hey, you know how y'all came out, 100% of y'all came out to vote, y'all voted for me when we got in this office, we did all that good stuff. And you know, remember, Mitch McConnell blocked this, did this. You know what happens then? Then you go block that person. then you can block them. And then when you block that person, you can say, we got him out of there for you, Miss Keisha Lansbottom. You got it now? Yeah, let's do it. See, it would be a moving goal like that. See, I have no problems moving the goal. I didn't say the referendum had to be tomorrow. What I said we have to do is, but we have to have some progression. Baby girl, I have been through so many elections, and it's the same thing every time. You have to vote because the Republicans are going to crash the country. It has always been this way since I've been an adult. George Bush was when I was an adult. The first George Bush, I can tell you all the people I know about. He was going to crash the country out when he's going to Iraq war. He's crashing it out. We got to get rid of him. That's what they said. They put Clinton in office. All Clinton did was proceed quietly. We loved him. Remember, we loved Clinton. Clinton left office. He's amazing. He was so amazing. We wanted his number 2 to be our president. We loved him. He quietly allowed 2 million black men to get arrested for something that you dropped on us. You see how they lie? You see how they'll tell you in one breath, it seems like you're getting something better? No, so Clinton does that. Then Donald Trump, Bush comes behind him. What he does? He just sets the country backwards too. Oh, Obama comes in, he saved us all. He just ushered in the gig culture. He just ushered in the fact of everything that he did. Do you realize black folks lost more wealth under Obama than any other president in American history? So what I'm trying to get people to understand, and don't believe me, look it up. But what they'll say is, no, Obama moved the country forward. Yes, just not black folks. See, they do this. This is the okie doke. This is the hype. You do this. You'll tell them, Obama did this, he did this, he did this, he did this. He's great, he's amazing, he's a beautiful human being. He got us into a surplus the whole 9. Now pull up them nigga stats. And look how we struggle. I tell people all the time, I don't want to hear about your unemployment stat. Unemployment only counts the people who are getting an active check at that moment. It does not count anyone who is not. You know, like I know black folks, black man, black woman, when you go to apply for unemployment, it is a crapshoot if you're gonna get it. It most of the time only happens if you have been laid off. But if it has anything to do with anything of any relevancy and you just need to get paid, they're gonna say nope. So when they tell you that unemployment is 7.8, it is not. Black Americans are all 50% of that, I would say even higher, are not in work right now, where they working at. Remember, in 1990, when we were the greatest country on earth, we won in all the Olympics, we got the #1 sports, we are the biggest economy, we are killing the world, we got all the manufacturing, the whole 9, 250 million people. They said, oops, let's just drop 100 million foreigners on us that we don't need. While at the same time, we're gonna keep making the black unemployment rate rise. Don't matter which president is in office. You said, how do what? Do about living? I don't know what that means. How do they feel about living in America? I don't know what that means. Yes. Who said that? I can't say it. Yes, we've always struggled. You've always struggled in this country. Everything you get out the mud. Everything you've ever got. Jay, if you're still in here, everything black folks have ever gotten, they didn't get because of any laws. They got it out the mud. Can you show me when Bill Clinton, Barack Obama, any of these people did anything for black folks that they didn't have to get out the mud? Oh, they gave money to HBCUs. Don't give me your talking point. I don't want to hear about a handful of schools that are struggling. That's what you gave some money to. With 50 million black folks, don't talk to me about that. Well, he had preconditions. Nigga, that is white folks, black folks, green folks, blue folks. That's everyone. Everybody has pre-existing conditions. You ain't telling me what I'm getting. That doesn't make any sense. It doesn't. You know it doesn't make any sense. See, you said, sir, what can we do? I am not here like I have the end-all be-all answers, but I will definitively tell you this. When I'm speaking to that, it's because me and Shay decided we will have a disagreement. Okay, that's what it came down to. And when me and Shay had a disagreement, we had to talk that disagreement out. Now, do I have all the complete? No, I do not. But if we're going to talk about the vote, since that's what we're talking about, this is my approach. Now, let's try my approach maybe a few terms until they finally get it. The niggas are serious. But my approach is this. How about we say as a collective 50 million black folks? It is for hire. We have it. 50 million votes is a lot. You can't get 50 million, but you know what I'm saying. I think it was like 20 or something, 30. Just say 25. 25 million people voted. 25 million people right here waiting for the vote. What you got for us? What? Then what'll happen after a couple of terms? The Democrats will go to their collective corners, the Republicans go to their collective corners, and then they'll come back out and they'll say, well, look, we can do maybe this for you if you guys vote for us, or we can do that. And we can say, well, let's go back to the collective and act. And we'll go back and act the collective, and we'll come back and say, you see how that's some level of leverage? He said child support back. No, Shay, I don't want a handout. I didn't ask for a handout. Okay, let me ask you this. You will say the government wants a handout. I want what your people got, Shay. I want that homestead act. I want the suburbs. I want some of that. Yes. I want the 40 acres in the mule that you promised that you refusing to fucking pay. I want it. I want the 90 million you gave to them little hat folks that we didn't do nothing to. Give me that and you ain't got to hear nothing from me no more, Shay. I want to hear from a country who is not actively making sure that my people don't make more money than everyone else, suffers harder than everyone else, because you make it sound like they ain't doing nothing no more. They actively are attacking black folks everywhere. Do we not have to talk about the entertainers and they going overseas to get them? Do you not want to talk about the ball players that are doing African initiatives in other places in Europe to make sure that they not giving it to them boys from the south side of Chicago no more? From New York City no more? Do I need to talk about how black women have to go to college to supplement their fucking income all the time just to get by, and you still not hiring them? They worth $2 damn. Where you talking about this handout at? I don't know what you talk about. We are the 16th richest economy in this world. We contribute just like everyone else. You're not gonna subjugate me at the same time telling me I don't want to. No, we pay taxes. Give us what we owed. What are you talking about this handout? What are you talking about? You can say that all you want to. That's not a handout. Pay what you owe and then move on. It is so much easier to take 50 million black folks and give them what they owe and move on. You know why you don't do that? Because you're afraid of the competition. No, ma'am. Stop talking to other people in the room. You know ain't nobody saying the same. Let me tell it to you, Shay, like this, because you seem to be very in a box. The world doesn't have to be Republican and Democrat or Libertarian. You don't have to do none of that shit. None of it. And when I talk trash about Democrats, it is because they told me they like me. They go to our churches. They kiss our babies. They bring hot sauce and greens. They tell us you are the party of us. Y'all are the backbone. You go on the campaign trail and bring out rappers. You do this. The Republicans tell you at every turn, we don't like niggas. So if I'm at the club and there's a girl who's over there, whether she taking me for my money just because I'm stupid, and there's one over there says, ew, don't talk to me. Who am I going to keep giving my attention to? Why you acting like that ain't what's going on? Why you acting like, for some reason, if we don't want to be mishandled, since we don't want to be told something but not without any tangibles behind it, that we just have to be for the other side? You sound like a plant. You sound like a plant or someone who literally doesn't understand context and nuance of anything when it comes to it. You can't be in sales. I can tell you this, because this is like sales 101. It's leverage. You say you have it. Financial choice. These are different love periods. Yes, in their system. And again, I asked the question, Shay. You have to choose one or the other in their system. Can you tell me in history any time in this system, in a democratic system, that you voted yourself out of your impression? Can you give me a country? You know what that tells me? You ain't gonna get it that way. That's what I'm trying to get you to understand. If voting was real, and I'm gonna leave it alone there. If voting was real, this is how it would work. Hey, again, black folks, this was real. Black folks vote for you from 85 to 90%. We can't get into office without black folks. So black folks have been promised things for years and years and years, and we ain't never delivered on none of it. They are now not showing up. They didn't show up so bad, they annihilated us in this last election. And all we've proceeded to do in the last year and a half since this happened, instead of regrouping and coming back and say, I don't think they playing no more, you proceeded to say, let's just let them fear-monger them to death. They'll show up. No, them numbers are still going to be low. You're going to get some people who just are too afraid they're going to show up. But I'm going to tell you like this, ma'am. Ma'am, my income does not change depending on who's in office. My level of threat when it comes to the police office don't change regardless of who's office in the office. We've been proving that. All the businesses, if I have to go get a plumber, doesn't change based upon which president is in office. You want me to worry about the boogeyman who wants to continue. See, this is the whole thing. It's the Pinky and the Brain thing. Remember Pinky? They never tell you why Pinky wanted to the Brain wanted to take over the world. He just wanted to. That's what the Republicans are. The Brain. Oh, I just want to destroy it all. I just want it gone. And the other side says, we don't want to do that. We're trying to save you. We're trying. We just can't get it right. We can't get it. No, they're not getting it right. Because it's WWE and DC. That's why. Let me leave it alone. He said even the founding fathers of this country did not want this way. Ma'am, don't talk to me about a bunch of people who own people who look like me. These are not people that I need to be talking to about morality or about what the fuck they wanted. I don't want what they wanted. This was my country before they got here. Y'all don't have to believe that because your people control the narrative. I saw this lady up here, one of the ladies in my list. I'll probably talk about it tomorrow. But she's a lady who's trying to be a teacher. She's in college right now. She opens up the curriculum book, and inside the book, in the small print, they tell you in this book, the United States, the company that's putting this out, is basically holding the information. This is how you, she didn't say this, but this is basically what it is. They're telling the story the way they want to tell it, regardless of whether it's true or not. This is the narrative that they wanted to go with. And I'll play it for you tomorrow to be on point. What I'm telling you is that anybody who's controlling the narrative, I know what it is. And I'm telling you just like this, I don't need to hear about all the games that they have been playing for the last 100 and 150 years. These are all games. Remember, when you are going to work, class example, in your personal life, I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna stop talking about it. In your personal life, when you grow up, you get 18 years old, you have to go out, you have to figure out how to be an adult, you have to figure out how to be a grown person. When you get with your spouse, you have to figure out how to be good with these people if you want to be healthy. When you have children, you have to figure out ways to help your children be positive, the whole nine. You do this. You want to know how I know y'all do this? Because your children, you want to make sure they go to college, you want to make sure they have what they need, the whole nine. We do this for our families. We do this. So everybody understand it. Politicians, Barack Obama, I know he looks out for them little kids. I know he do. Joe Biden look out for Hunter. Hunter out here stealing money from all over the world. He looking out for him, pardoning them, the whole nine. Everybody's doing this. Everybody's doing it until it gets to nickels. Then all of a sudden we just can't figure out how to get nothing done. Nothing. Not one thing we can get done. Executive orders can't get it. They can't get it through Congress. We can't get it. We just can't. But if you just come out next time and vote a little harder next time, maybe we'll get a few more extra seats and then we'll be able to do it. Well, then you had the seats 4 years ago. Yeah. But remember, we were going through a water crisis at that time. And plus, you guys didn't fill out the right paperwork. Stop the fuck. Immigrants got here, illegal or not. And it was set aside for them. Who was their representative? Who spoke up for them? Who told you to make debit cards? Who told you to close down black schools and community centers so we can make shelters for these places? Who did all this stuff? Who made sure Karen Bass in LA set aside money for illegal immigrants? Who shut down the country and refused to open it back up so TSA workers could get paid because we want illegal immigrants to get free health care? Who did all of these things for these people and then tell black folks they can't do shit? But vote anyway. You have to stop allowing people to talk to you like that. You can't talk to me like that. You're not gonna play with me like that. Exactly what it is. Want to give you a ground and keep you invested? No. Everybody gets what they need, but for some reason niggas can't get nothing. There's always a block. There's always something. We can't afford it. You afford everything else. You want to know why you can afford everything else? Because money's not real, Shay. Money has no backing, Shay. I don't know how old y'all are, but I'm old. I'm going to tell you how old I am. I can go all the way back to TGI Fridays. I'm going to take you back. Y'all remember the show Perfect Strangers? It was Document Takamus. I don't know if y'all remember this. I'm an old head. I'm an old nigga. Document Takamus was given a bunch of checks. He was from another country. He did not know how checks work. So he was writing them all over town. It ain't time to pay. He didn't know you had to pay for it. Well, the United States have a blank check and they just write it whatever they need to get done. You want to know why? Because all it is this. Money's not real. Your capitulation to the system and you're willing to get up and go work for that piece of paper is the reason why. Oh, excuse me now. The digits on the screen is the reason why you move. You believe that this paper has a limit to it because they said if we don't put a limit, it's gonna get crazy. That is talk, ma'am. Ain't nothing backing this. Your agreement to take it is the reason why. Your agreement for your mortgage company to take it is the reason why it's important. Now, if I make it, I say it this way. The person who owns the Monopoly game don't give a fuck about the ones, the fives, or the tens, because he owns the game. You, who has to use that to eat, to live, to survive, to get anything done, is the only reason why it works. They don't care. Hit the like button. Follow the channel. I know you want to. Hey, I know you want to too. Hit the subscribe button, Shay. We can come back and argue some more later. All this stuff is just a game. This is a game. And then what they do is every day, and I get it. Go harm someone that affects me, but like that, when I see something happen to a black person online, I'm triggered. Bothers me. Ooh, gets in my spirit. They know that. Oh, that moved them, that triggered them. Let's figure out how to trigger them again. I said this before. I remember this time, I was walking. This was right around Mike Brown time. And you remember right around Mike Brown, they were getting black boys every day. It was one black boy, black or Sandra Bland. Everybody was getting it around that time. And Shay, under Obama, and he ain't do nothing. Remember, Shay, that's why we voted for him. He ain't do nothing. Most of them was under him. But I remember around that time when it was happening, somebody said to me, man, they better stop this for things get crazy. I said, oh no, they're gonna lean into this. They're gonna keep doing it until it becomes normal. And it did. It got to the point now, every couple of months, every couple of years. Like right now, y'all do notice something, right? Even those are theater. We're just unwilling participants that have to suffer for it. But you wanna know how I know these, when the cops do it to black folks, it's on purpose? You know it happens in seasons. Happens all around the same time. Keeps happening, then it stops. Same way ISIS, then it stopped. Ebola went away, now it's back. You notice that things just keep coming and going, and waves just keep coming and going, and whatever they needed to fit, it's gonna fit. Somebody that does a mass pumpuning out there in this world, when they go do that, they say, oh, well, let's hold his identity so we can scrub it all out. Why? Because you're protecting him. I say this in I have a wrestling podcast too. I said this about wrestlers. I said wrestlers, they have older white guys that was in this sport that had drug problems, some rapings and all kinds of things. They did all kinds of things. And yet and still, their image was held up. They are legends in this world. I said, you know how amazing it has to be able to know no matter what you do, that the people are going to uphold you up in good standings regardless. Like, for example, Charlie Kirk. I know him. I watched him. I listened to him. I did commentary on him. The man never said anything positive about black people. And yet and still, they found dumb Negroes to stand out here because they getting paid, because that's the only reason why, to stand up here and go against their own best interest, knowing that that's going to cause more damage for us. But he got paid. Don't talk to me, Shay, about being selfish. I'm not selfish. That's selfish. What Roland Martin does when he tell you just to get up there and vote, but then we don't talk about nothing else. He tell you to vote because this is war. But he gets to sit down with Kamala Harris and then talk about nothing. Press that bitch about something. When you talking to Hillary Clinton, press her. When you talking to Barack Obama, press him. No, y'all don't press him. You vet him. Man, these are the questions I'm going to ask you. We're going to ask you about your greens here. We're going to ask you about your hot sauce in your bag here. And then I'm going to show you how to do the wobble. Okay? And then watch. Your black vote's going to go to the roof. What the fuck did we get in the middle of any of that? So at the time we going, because I'm going to tell you like this. I'm going to say it. They called L. Come in, man. We need you to come talk on CNN. Barack Obama wants to have a sit down with you. And he gonna say, but you can't say this, you can't say this, can't say this. You have to stick to ground. You're right. Let's do it. Then I'm gonna proceed to press and don't let it be live. I'm gonna proceed to press and live. Now, I know that's gonna have some some repercussions for me that's not going to be good. I know right after that, all of a sudden, my taxes and then all of the stuff I've ever done in this world, they're gonna put it out to the world and they're gonna vilify me. That's what they always do. Truth seekers get called villains and told that they wrong and told to them they are selfish, Shay. As you told me to vote for the Democrats and I asked you what they did, you said that they gave some money to HBCUs. How lowly do you think of what we need, Shay? I don't think HBCUs should have been where they started with all the funds they should have gave us. I think we should have started somewhere else. It should have been somewhere before we got there, Shay. But I think the reason why is because they own and control HBCUs. Of course I'll fund myself. I think, but you don't see, that's the problem. I think what most people is that, and this is the problem, most people just believe in the system. But the system has never told me the truth. Every time I do research on anything, the system has told me something in there, if not majority, if not all, is a lie. I say I'm gonna come back on later potentially and do I do this thing called Backstage Pass where we just sit back and we talk stuff, conspiracy theories, things that could potentially happen, and do a lot of history conversation. So if you guys want to do that, definitely hit the subscribe button. I'll send you a notification when it's time. But in there, I talk all the time about, as I started diving into history, you find out none of the history is real. The TP and this world was a barren land with some buffalo running everywhere. All this bullshit, all of it. Everything that you've been taught about how this world functioned and moved from the 15, 16, 17, 18, 14, 13, 12, none of this. When you find out other countries are living in other years, you don't realize, Americans, you are isolated. You are on an island. They cut you off. Other countries in year 14 and other countries in year 3000, and just, people are all over. The world is in a totally different place. That is why, whoever said something about child support, that is why black men can't go overseas with child support. They made that because black men will become a problem if all of them started traveling. Y'all saw what they did to them passport bros as soon as they started traveling. You had countries that were trying to remove black men who were just getting girls. What? Do you know how insecure that is? Do you know how powerful black man you are? That your presence threatens somebody and you just trying to get some ass. Yes, another country, I know Ethiopia is a whole nother year. It's not even 2026. It's just none of this stuff. Some people don't follow daylight savings because there's no need for it. All this stuff is made, all the stuff is not real. None of this is real. Everything is just to get your capitulation. That's it. That's it. I don't know why we can't seem to get that. I don't know why we won't follow that and understand that. Everything is just to keep you under control. And it's so bad is because, like you say, I get it. And like I said, Shay, I don't mean any harm if you still in here. That was no beef for you. I didn't really want to beef, but you can't come in here telling me I'm wrong and you gonna give me the same talking point they got. Yes, daylight saving is BS. When you find out why they do what they do with the calendar and things like this, some of this arrogant shit that they done in the past for no reason, and I keep telling people this too, y'all do not realize it, but time is being manipulated. I've talked about this before. This is one of the things we talk about on the Backstage Pass. I did a test on it. I've seen others do it too. Your cell phone, your computer, your everything that is automated, when it fixes its daylight saving on its own, you are on a network. That network actually now is time. Not the sun, not the moon, not any of the seasons anymore. That clock now is your time. And they're manipulating it. Do what I did. For the people who have, I have one of my cars is a 2016, so I'm still not on the grid on that, right? And as of right now, why you can still do it, because you know they're gonna crash out these cars soon. But go put in your car, go sync your watch with your it's not with the watch. Sync your car watch or your car time with your cell phone. Wait about 6 months, maybe shorter than that. I would say, because that started doing me one time within a month. Your clock in the car is gonna become slower than your watch. I mean, your cell phone is every time. And I know on the East Coast, they are rocking us over here. The reason why, remember when daylight savings, if you're on the East Coast, remember daylight savings hit, when it would hit at 4 o'clock, it was pitch black. 5 o'clock, you damn sure pitch black, dog. They had daylight savings when it happened. It was still 5, 6 o'clock. It was still just getting dusk. I was like, what? This. Why I'm having cooler days in the summertime and hotter days in the winter? Because I don't think we're in the season we're in. And then too, they're poisoning the whole entire planet. So nothing's working like it's supposed to. Plants don't grow. Give you another one. Y'all do know about sunflower seeds that sunflowers, they actually face the sun. Wherever the sun goes, the sunflower turns with it. Keep the sun with it all the time. That's amazing, right? It is amazing, right? But it does it all day long. It's gonna follow it. Now go watch it now. A lot of the sunflowers are now turning away from the sun. What does that tell you? What does that mean? What is, when I see people, a man on the beach with a magnet catcher in the sand on the beach, and he's sucking up nothing but heavy metals and aluminum. You're ingesting that. Let me give y'all a good piece of advice. I have a sauna in my house. If you go outside on a daily, you need to be getting your sauna every day. You have to sweat these chemicals out of you. Those heavy metals is the easiest way to get a sauna. You have to do it. If you find yourself being sick all the time, if you find yourself with your joints hurting all the time, if you find yourself just not understanding why you can't function, you're not thinking right, things that you're getting poisoned. Do this. Sit in a sauna. Do something like that. I promise you, it'll make your life a whole lot better. You have to do it. These people are not playing with us, and I'm telling you, this is what it is. Let me get out of here. I've been telling y'all for 2 hours today. Good Lord. What it is? Let me cut this down. I've been telling y'all for 2 hours. All right, so this is what I want y'all to do moving forward. Question everything. Let me get out of here. Question everything. Don't just take people's BS that they tell you is BS. Because what they're going to do is they're going to continuously tell you whatever they need to tell you to stay in front of you. And I'm going to say this and I say this and I play myself because I always have a song that I always leave out. I got a video for you. Got a new one, guys. We play music over 300 radios. My whole platform. We have original music, the whole nine, but we'll get into it. But one thing I can tell you about these people is this. They have made it to where they have positioned themselves as your friend. They give you a foe and they give you a friend. And I'll just take the Truman Show as an example. Everybody played a role. Go back and watch the Truman Show. This is real shit. Everybody played a role on the Truman Show. Remember when he was starting to question things, his buddy would show up with the beer. Hey, buddy, stop thinking those crazy thoughts. The world thinks that it functions like this. The difference is that you think it's just a movie. No, it's the arrogance of these people that they show you the things that they're doing to you, and they know there ain't nothing you can do about it. So they know that they're never going to get enough people on board to be able to tell these people enough. But anyways, I digress. People, that was today's episode. I appreciate you guys. I really do. Like I said, I'm going to play a song on the way out for you guys. I like to do it. Like I said, for all the people here, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button on the way out. I appreciate you guys so much today. For real, for real. Definitely follow the channel. I need all the support and love I can get. Again, I'm just here to love on black folks. That's it. I don't want to lead you nowhere. I just want to love on you, the whole nine, and support the channel. So today I'm going to play a song for you. Let me see. Is this a song? Let me see. Let me pack it up. Yeah. I'm gonna play this song for you guys. I appreciate you guys, and I'll catch you tomorrow. See you guys between the hours of 12 and 2. We'll be here at some point. See you later.
Like a coffee cup, I wanna hold it in my hands. See you slowly as I wake up. You're laughing my